Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The music thumped in my chest, a distorted heartbeat as I watched her from across the room. She laughed, high-pitched and reckless, and in that laugh, I heard a sound that shouldn't exist in our lives together. A sound that belonged to someone else. My stomach dropped when I realized she wasn't laughing at a joke I'd told. She was leaning into him, her hand brushing his arm with that familiar, intimate ease she reserved for me. I froze, the champagne glass trembling in my hand. My vision narrowed. The party's lights blurred into streaks of gold and red as my mind rewound the past month. Late nights at work, secretive phone calls, sudden wardrobe changes that never quite made sense. I had told myself I was imagining things, that my insecurities were playing tricks. But seeing it now, so blatant, so deliberate, every denial I'd clung to crumbled. She caught my eye, and her smile was like a blade sliding between my ribs. "Come meet him," she said, the words drenched in teasing warmth. My chest constricted, and the air felt sharp, suffocating. The man she introduced as just a friend leaned close to whisper something that made her laugh again. The same laugh that had destroyed every fragment of trust one had in her. I wanted to speak, to confront, to demand a truth that would repair this fissure in my heart, but my voice faltered. I felt the heat of the room, the pressure of curious eyes, the pulse of judgment in the silence that followed me wherever I moved. I could feel the sting of humiliation crawling up my neck. Every ounce of love, every moment I had devoted to her, felt like a fool's currency in her hands. The betrayal wasn't sudden. It had been creeping in quietly, a shadow in the corner of our home, in her subtle smiles at her phone, in the unexplained texts that made her cheeks flush. I tried to rationalize it. She was under stress. I was being paranoid. Maybe it was innocent. But tonight, the veil was ripped away. My hand shook as I set my glass down and forced a smile, calm but venomous. "I think I'll get some air," I said, each word carefully measured, a dagger hidden in civility. She raised an eyebrow but said nothing, her attention already returning to him. I walked out of the room, the cool night air hitting me like reality itself. I called our wedding planner from the curb, my hands numb and my voice steady despite the storm inside. "Cancel everything," I said. "I'm not marrying her." Each syllable cut deeper than any confrontation could have. Behind me, the party continued, oblivious, a cruel soundtrack to the collapse of everything I thought I knew about love and loyalty. I sank onto the curb, the city lights blurring through tears I refused to let fall fully. I replayed every moment I had overlooked, every tiny sign that screamed truth while I whispered denial. Anger, disbelief, grief, and an unbearable hollow of betrayal twisted inside me. I realized that love alone couldn't bridge the chasm between us. It never had. Hours later, I returned home to a silence that no celebration could ever match. Her perfume lingered, a haunting reminder of intimacy now poisoned, memories now tainted. I understood, with a clarity that burned, that the person I thought I knew had been living a life parallel to mine, and I had been blind by desire, hope, and stubborn love. I never saw her the same way again, and I knew I would carry this wound forever, a scar hidden beneath careful smiles and polite conversation. But I also knew I had reclaimed something that night. My dignity, my truth, the unspoken power of walking away when betrayal shows its face in full. The streets smelled of rain, asphalt, and freedom. And though heartbreak clung to me like a second skin, I felt alive in a way I hadn't for months. The weight of illusions lifted, leaving raw, undeniable clarity.